What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on Darnell Nurse joining the Oklahoma City Blazers in the Calder Cup playoffs, where they were playing the Utica Comets, obviously the Vancouver Canucks affiliate. Little Edmonton-Vancouver rivalry never hurt anyone. Good to see the prospects in each team go head-to-head. Obviously, a lot of high picks with the Oilers, and Vancouver just sent down Virtanen and Jared McCann. So two St. Marie Greyhounds going head-to-head, and Nurse and McCann should be pretty good. Nurse is one of those guys I thought got screwed this year by the bullshit CHL, NHL, AHL rule. He outgrew juniors. Wasn't ready for the show, but he'd outgrown juniors. Some people say he wasn't ready for the show. He said no human being should have to deal with playing a season for the Edmonton Oilers. I'm all about human rights, and having to play for the Edmonton Oilers team, that there are laws, international laws and treaties against that, and no teenage kid should have to deal with that. But bottom line, did really well with the Greyhounds. They went to the conference finals in the OHL, and then lost to Erie and my friend Connor McDavid, my friend. But the thing with Nurse is I like him as a prospect. Obviously, I was a Donovan McNabb fan back in the day, so good to see his nephew doing some big things. I wasn't a fan of him in the Super Bowl that year. I was a fan of how he played because my Pats got the win. But again, this is just a good developmental thing. I would have liked to have seen him play the whole year in the AHL so he could have adjusted to playing against men. But again, that rule is ridiculous, and it's going to be there forever just because. But again, I'm a Darnell Nurse guy, and rooting for some big things from the kid. I think he has the potential to be a really, really, really good NHL defenseman. He has the size, the snarl, and the offensive abilities. Well, I mean, what more do you need? And I think the playing in the playoffs and playing against some pretty good prospects and in Utica will be beneficial to his long-term development. I think I'm curious to see if him and McCann, go ahead, how much they go head-to-head with each other, because both fantastic players for the Greyhounds, and being able to get that first taste. Take that back. McCann's first taste of pro hockey. Nurse played 7 combined games last year for the Barons after the Greyhound season ended. Semantics. To see them go head-to-head would be really, really cool, and definitely a good taste of the rivalry that's to come. Edmonton will be back on track when they get McDavid this summer, so the revival will lead to some there's some good playoff rivalries between Calgary and Vancouver and Edmonton back in the 80s and 90s, so hopefully the three great teams of Western Canada, don't forget Winnipeg, will have some great playoff rivalries that'll keep us up all night here in the East Coast, watch them do some if those 80s series involving the Oilers and then obviously the Flames and Canucks were like, you can get away with a felony out there. It wasn't a big deal. It was like, just, 2-minute minor, cross-check to the head, open ice. If you did it on Gretzky, if you breathed on Gretzky, you got screwed. But I don't know why I went on that tangent, but it's fun. Anyway, that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Edmonton Oilers sending Darnell Nurse to Oklahoma City and a lot of other things. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the playoffs and beyond. Later, guys.